And we are live talking about Nobody. Nobody
Yeah,
one, nobody two. How are you today?
I'm fine and happy to be here to talk about these two funny movie with Bob Odenkirk, actor I love so much for this role in the Breaking Bad universe. So he plays Saul Goodman, such a perfect role for him. But yeah, I'm happy to be there, and no time no see, my friend. It seem take 1 month before we talk again. I think.
Looks like it. Well, last time we talked about Fantastic Four, so that might be like 3 weeks or so, because
Yeah,
we talked about it the following week. So yeah, 3 weeks. Three
yeah,
weeks.
it's sometimes. So yeah, and you are doing multi.
I am doing great, and I am excited because we are back with the Red Blue podcast in like 2 weeks. If
Nice.
if you're still available, if you're still ready to come back for that show, we are back soon. Anyhow, I'm excited to talk about Nobody. I'm late to the party because I knew about that movie for quite some time. I've heard about Nobody in 2021, and I didn't see it until, well, recently, because the sequel was coming in, and I only heard good things about the original. So I was like, you know what? I will watch both. So here we are. Let's start with the first Nobody. What did you think of the first Nobody?
Yeah. The first Nobody was a little surprise for me. Like I say, I love the main actor, Bob Odenkirk. For me, he's a funny guy. He's played many comic character in the TV show and cinema, but he can be a drama actor. In Breaking Bad, he is funny and he is a drama with this character of Saul Goodman. So I was intrigued to see him in the action figure because he has not the shape to be an action figure like Keanu Reeves or Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, etc. He's an old actor with not big muscle, and yes, he has some charisma, but not the type of charisma you have in the movie. For classic action movie, so yeah, and I see this movie and I was intrigued because it was produced by the same producer as made the John Wick franchise. So I'm a big fan of John Wick universe. So I was so happy to see more of the same stuff. So it's not the same universe. Nobody's not the same, but the producer thought maybe to create a crossover between the character maybe in the future. But as today, it's not the same universe. Nobody is not in the John Wick universe. So yeah, I see this movie. It was a great action movie with a journal action sequence. The director was the one this first one big movie for Hollywood. The name of the actor is Ilya Nate Schuler. He's a Russian realizer. He had done a movie recently I love too. He's the head of state on Amazon with John Cena and Idris Elba. Was another action movie with some comic element in it. And I feel this realizer has some potential to be a big director for action movie in the future. He had done two big action movie for me, Nobody One and Head of State. I like the style how he direct the action. It's so well made. The first I remember for the first movie the scene for me was so I was okay. This movie that is the scene when the bus you follow this simple guy named Hutch, played by Bob Odenkirk, and he's not happy with his life. You have a wife and you have children, but he's angry inside him, and you feel and sometimes he want to use this angry about other people, and when this bus scene come, you see how this angry is so powerful. He beat like 6 or 7 Russian dude on the bus with some tool. He take a steel pipe to beat some Russian. He take a Russian. He to the window. The scene was so fantastic to see. All the scene is inside the bus. Is so well made. One of the best scene in the film, the movie, and the last scene on the White House when he beat all the bad guys with some tool, some weapon with this grandpa played by Christopher Lord. and this brother played by ISZA. I think he's a rapper. Yeah, he's a rapper, but actor so. And the trio to kill all the Russian, and the scene was fantastic too. It's so random for some moment. He used a cannon, a trap and a booby trap and a cable and a weapon, a shotgun, a sniper. The you see, you can feel the creativity in this movie. It's not a big movie. The movie has a little budget to make it, but the director know how to do the best with what he have. And this movie is a good example of how to do a great action movie with little budget and little stuff behind it, and with a surprising good actor in it. Bob Iger is convincing as this badass figure, can kill many people, and sure he look old, he not a big muscle, but this anger and this way to beat people is so unique, so fresh. You accept that he's so convincing in the role, and you have other good actor in it. Like I see, you have this brother played by IZH. I don't know him, but he's funny to follow in this in the first two movie. And this wife is played by Connie Nielsen, a big actress. She was in the two Gladiator movie. And you have Christopher Lloyd played the Grandpa. Christopher Lloyd, one of my favorite actors of all time. He was in the Back to the Future trilogy and the two Family Adam movie. And now he's in the franchise Nobody. The actor I like, he is very old. He's like 90 old, and he do action stuff. It's so ridiculous, but it's so funny to see. The movie is not so serious. You have many comic stuff in it, so it's a good entertainment with a little story, but the story worked with a good character in it, played by Bob Denker again. Hutch is a unique action figure character, and I like that. I see this movie like 3 times, and each time I was so blast, so fun to watch this movie. It's not a big action movie again, but for what it was, it worked perfectly. So yeah, I like pretty much this movie. And you, Multi.
I adore this thing, and I like even more the sequel. I think the original was very fun. It was a great trip. Here are my 3 issues, and I will already see you reacting badly to some of it, but let's do this. My first issue, random fire extinguisher in the truck. Like, who carries a goddamn fire extinguisher? I mean, it's so convenient, and I get it. You needed a way out, but I didn't buy it. It wasn't believable. My second issue, plot convenience. The guy is bumping into nobodies in the bus. As much as the busing was amazing, I didn't like the setup. Like they just randomly choose that bus to just crash into and wreak havoc. Again, I like the action scene. The action scene is not the issue. It's more like how they get into play into that bus. I didn't like the setup. Now the third and last issue I had with this very fun movie. Unbelievable that despite the amount of bullet hole in the car, said car could still move. So that wasn't a big chase scene. There was a big chase scene somewhere in the middle of the movie, and the car was a wreck. So it's just not believable that no bullet would hit like the gas tank or the tires. You know, it's hilarious, and I get it. That movie was over the top, but that bothered me. That bothered me. Um, Outside of that, again, these were my 3 issues, and I liked the trip. The music was amazing. The interrogation was just very fun. I think Hutch is so likable and enjoyable, and at first he comes across as he doesn't care about anything, but then you realize he didn't want to bring violence in his life. And at some point, he reaches that breaking point that actually pushes him toward violence. And I like that idea because again, he was trashed on and mocked for like letting these people go with their stuff and all that. That was fun. It's just interesting. We have that not really a hero. He is a nobody. That's the idea.
Yeah,
And
he's a nobody.
at some point, he transformed himself into just that weapon. And you mentioned the bus scene. I adore that thing. And I think what stands out the most is how he's taking a beating, but he just come back up and he just attack back. That's his way of doing stuff. Like, you will get messed up, you will get trashed on, but he will always come back and hit you back. And it will be even harder because he has that anger that fuels his fist and his actions. And the most unique thing is how he opens the throat of the guy and he places straw in it, so he still like breathes through the throat. It's like a very medical thing. It's chirurgical, and it shows how Hutch is no joke, because not everyone would do that kind of perk and the guy would still survive. So that was just a showcase of Hutch ability to be creative and like to be like a doctor. Is calculated. The guy knows what he's doing, and it's fun. And another great scene, him burning the cash. You're like, oh wow, there's that many cash. A lot of other hero, a lot of anti-hero would just grab the cash and get rich, but no, him, he just burned the stacks. Hell yeah, that's how we do it here with Nobody. I enjoyed that. So that movie is just peak. What other movie you have like a grandpa having a shotgun and just beating the crap out of bad guys? You know, I don't know many movies like that. And again, at some point, the Russian, they go after the dad, and they think they will get him, but the operative that's sent just get blown up. It's it's just unique, and I like it. More movies like that, please. And what else? What else? Things escalating. That was the thing in both movies where it starts up really low, and then as the movie goes on, it always goes higher and higher, higher. Like de-escalate. No, let's escalate thing. Let's make everything blow up in the end. Very enjoyable. I think the humor was also one of the highlights of that movie, and nobody investigating to get the watch back and realizing the family that went after them, they're just like him, but they embrace that violence he wants to reject at first, and that's interesting. And the bad guy was very fun, and again, the lore about the mob, that was fun. I think overall that movie is just rock solid, and nobody letting the bad guys go was interesting. Nobody being reluctant to get a pistol was kind of fun, because again, he doesn't want to embrace that violence. And it's interesting how in this movie you can see there's part of the relationship that start to fall off, and it kind of follows with the sequel, and it's even worse in the sequel because they're thinking maybe about divorce, and the sequel is more about them reuniting through violence, which is interesting. But I don't have a lot more to say about the first Nobody. I don't know why I waited that long to watch it. I like that thing. Do you have any closing thoughts on the first Nobody?
Yeah, I will say last thing, the main bad guy on the movie is a Russian mob, and the actor played the part so well, and he's so intense in the role. When he was introduced, he come out the card and travel the route to go to the club, and he walked non-stop, so the cart is stop, and he go in and take the microphone and start to singing. And when he know that this guy was beat up, he go to the hospital and take a chair to throw a chair to one guys to have the answer. He's just so evil, so intense. He threw a chair. He's like, who is he? Where is he? He's threw a chair on him.
I almost forgot about that. I'm glad you brought this up. That was part of why I enjoyed that villain so much. Like, it's over the top, but it's enjoyable. Like, sometimes you have over the top things where you're like, no, it's bad, but here it was just funny.
He play a typical bad Russian guy. It's not new for the character, but the actor is good in it. So That's why the villain works so well for the movie. But it's not a new kind of villain for this kind of movie. But I like the way he's played by the actor. He's so intense in the role. That's so funny to follow. But yeah, I think we talk all everything we want to talk about this movie.
Yeah. What would be your grade out of 10 for the first Nobody?
I would say the first I will give like 8 of 10 for this movie. It's a great action movie with many surprises in it. With perfect Bob Odenkirk and the role. He's surprised with this action figure, and you have some other good actor in it like Christopher Lord and Connie Nielsen and RZA. So his work great, but you can see this little movie. Um, so you feel you can go more further with the concept. The second movie try a little bit with that. We talk about that later. But for the first attempt, I feel it's a great action movie. This kind of movie, you have so many release each year, and so many of just not good, not memorable, and the one was an exception. Was a great, memorable movie need to see again and again, and I like that for this movie because I see so many movie of this type, like the all movie with Jason Statham, and I feel the concept is not work great as today. You need to create a new formula, and this movie try a new formula is work for what it is. So the movie deserve the 8 of 10 for that.
Thank you very much for sharing. My grade would be a 9 out of 10. I adore that thing. And I like the sequel even more. Speaking of sequel, let's get into it. What did you think of Nobody 2?
Yeah, Nobody Do is something interesting. For me, is a great movie too, but it's not as great as the first one. Simple because the sequel will not have a big, you don't have a, interesting story to tell. You feel that the new director is not the same director for the first one. This new director is Timo Chagento. Try just to focus on the action, and I accept that. But when you start something interesting with the first one, you need to develop that in the further sequel. John Wick understand that the first movie has some element, and after that the sequel develop more of that, and the other sequel develop more of that. Nobody do develop nothing. Nobody do is just the new story serve one purpose to give us 1 hour and 13 minutes of action sequence, good action sequence with again a great Bob Odenkirk in it. I love the actor so much; he was perfect in the role, and again he's perfect in it. But if you want to be real about this movie, it's a good sequel, but it's not as great as the first one. Simple because you not have the development, not a story anything to develop. It just urge decide to go to a vacancy with his family because he need to take a break because now he has a debt to pay back because he burned the money of the Russian, and yeah, the past few months he tried to cover that, but now he's tired. He needs to take a break, so he go to this aqua park to with this family and with his grandpa to try to relax. But when he go there, this angry go back, and he fight this local mob with his leader, played by Sharon Stone. This character is Lindina. She has like this big organization and this zone. She sell gun and drug and other thing, and unfortunately for us, she go in that, and now you need to clean up this mess before go to vacancy. And other thing I feel the movie not not doing great is this main villain played by Sharon Stone. The character is insane. He's the Sharon Stone is so in it in the character. I feel this bad guy is better than the first one, but in the end, you feel this main villain is waste because the narration do nothing with this character. You have one scene when she to to introduce the character, and after that she come to the end for the ultimate fight, and she does like one thing. Again, the character is great. She has a good introduction. Sharon Stone she's perfect for this role. She surprised me. It's not the kind of office she has done before, and but she worked great in that. But the story don't know how to do with this character. Good introduction, but waste in the end. And for me, one of the worst problem with this movie. Other than that, is a good entertainment with a great action scene. You have a similar action. The first one you have the bus scene, and the second one you have the boat scene when Hutch fight bunch mob guys on the boat. And the scene is so crazy, with so blood, so many things. At some point, he lose a finger, and he throw guys with anchor. And again, the creativity is a good quality for this kind of movie. But I feel the new director are not the same creativity, not the same talent to build something interesting to follow that the first director has done. Again, he's not a bad director. He just tried to do the same of the first movie, but with a new a new decor, new place to have fun.
Background
Background
design.
background. Now the background is the aqua park. The first one was the city. But it's funny to see this character again, like Christopher Lloyd as Grandpa. He's done little stuff in this one. At some point he has this tutorial and shoot many people with it in the park. That was funny. And you have Colin Hank play a corrupt sheriff. He's the son of Tom Hanks. He had done so many stuff now, but it's funny to see him play a bad guy. It's like you see Tom Hanks play a bad guy. He had done that not many times, but it's weird to see that actor play a bad guy. But he's great as this corrupt sheriff want to kill Hutch. So yeah, in the end, it's a funny movie, good entertainment. But for me, it's not better than the first one. Simple because the narration has not purpose, and the main bad guys is waste in the end. But the bad guys is better than the first one, so it's ironic for that. But I have fun to see this one, and I want to see a third one to make a trilogy. I feel we can explore more of this universe if you take time with the character and the story. I want to see that. I hope to see that. As today, the third one is not announced, but I think this one is work. We will announce another one. Maybe not that much at John Wick. John Wick, you have now 4 movie, but 5 is coming. You have a spin-off with Ballerina. I don't think nobody can do that, but I feel you can have a trilogy with this character. So yeah, I want to see another one. But yeah, for me, it was a good, but not as great as the first one. Maybe because the surprise to see Bob Odenkirk as this badass action figure is not there anymore. Not help for this movie. But like I said, for me the story was just a pretext, and the main bad guys was waste. So I don't want to repeat myself. But yeah, is that and you, Mutli? Tell me what you love this movie so much.
That movie is a masterpiece. I think it's my like fourth favorite movie this year or third favorite movie. Fourth.
Oh my
Sorry,
god.
Companion remains third, but I like that thing. I have no issues. That was a very fun trip. I adore Hutch, and what's unfortunate is we don't have the brand power. We don't have the star power of Keanu Reeves that in that franchise. As much as I like Hutch, the actor is a nobody, and I guess that's accurate to the character. But because of that, that franchise might be cut short. Because let's be honest, if you don't have the star power, maybe your franchise will stop there. And I've seen numbers as of right now; they didn't make their money back yet, so it doesn't look good for a third one. But what I did like what I did like. I mentioned not having any issues, but there's so many things to enjoy, and again, I've seen it in theater just like you, most likely. So I have less notes than usual because in theater I just enjoy the experience. So my first big thing I really enjoyed is the couple fixing their relationship felt earned and great by the end because you can see them being drifted apart because Hutch is losing himself in that gangster life, and it affects his family life because now his wife feel like she is neglected. And early in the movie, she was thinking about breaking up, but after that vacation, she got back in the mood. And after being involved in like poking someone with a bear gun, um, she connected again with Hutch, which is very interesting how they connected through violence. Now, the other thing to really enjoy, Hutch morality is all about don't touch my kids, which is interesting. Someone touching his daughter drove him toward the edge because he could tell, like, he could handle bring pressure. He could handle having a conflict, a beef with someone. But then the guy touches his daughter and he's like, I'm losing my crap now. Let's beat the crap out of you. And it's a new layer we didn't get to see in the first one. And I enjoy that. The third thing to really enjoy, team of trying to break away from bad circle through the dad standing up to fight the criminal. Hutch also tried to break away from the bad circle by trying to have a normal vacation. He failed, which is very interesting. Hutch also tried to de-escalate a situation, but failed again because he couldn't let a kid die. And again, that goes back to his sense of morality, where don't touch the kids. And I enjoy that. It makes the main character being very likable, and I think we had great humor and action in that movie. The two fathers made bad decision while having the best intention, and I think this is something a lot of us can relate to. We can have the best intention ever, but we can do bad decision despite wanting what's best. And it's the most relatable thing. And you said it, I agree with you. This villain is far better than the previous one. And she is a nutcase. Every scene she had, she robbed the place. Like all of the attention is giving to her. And that's a great thing. You need more of that. Your villain should steal the screen and the scenes they are in. And yeah, that girl is just amazing. More bad girl, and even the Ench girls, because we got Ench girl this time
Yeah,
around.
the 2-inch girl.
They were cool. I enjoyed them, and the action with them was peak. The music was rock solid. The fight choreography was amazing. The characters had charisma, and the acting was cool. The set design was solid, and the town felt like a character. And the boat scene, my, I enjoyed the boat scene. I think I will also go that far to say I think I enjoyed the boat scene more than the bus scene, because you just realize these four guys, they're pissing off a tourist and the tourists just beat the crap out of them. It's like, yeah, wow. And the setup to the boat scene is also far better than the bus scene in my books, because again, the setup to the bus scene was one of my issues in the previous movie, and this time around it makes sense that they would follow him to the boat scene. And again, the boat scene, wow, I respect so much the boat scene. And the brutality of it, that's surprising, because I think that movie is PG-13, and we got Unch losing part of a finger. Usually that kind of stuff is rated R, but
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
they were light on that. I'm surprised they just let that.
You like to talk about plot convenient, but you don't talk about that in this movie. He lost this finger, and after that, he recurved this finger, and that
He
doesn't
lost
count.
part of the finger.
Yeah, but
He still had the first thing here. He lost like the upper part, but he still had the
if you look correctly, you have a bandage, and you have the same. This finger is a complete when you look at it, he had a bandage, but the finger is complete after that. He retrieved this missing part, and like nothing, and he continued with that.
We
The
don't get to see the skin, so maybe we can assume he has a prosthesis or something. We
Yeah,
only
but
see the bandage.
I say
We
that
don't
because
see
you like
underneath.
to talk about Dr. Maintenance, and you don't say that about this finger. So
He had the bottom left, so maybe he had a bandage or something, or like sometimes you have prosthesis, like when you lose a leg, they place you prosthesis.
and then at some point he used this fish that this is, and you can see he had the all this finger back. So he at some point he used, but with
I will
bandage.
need to rewatch because I don't remember seeing his skin of the upper part of the finger.
No, you don't see the skin, but you have bandage, but you have a complete finger.
If you don't see the skin, if you don't see the skin,
Yes,
if
but
you
it's
don't see the
a blood
skin,
conviction, blood conviction, like you love to talk about. So
I didn't see the skin, so I will assume that's a bandage. I like that movie. That movie was fun. And again, I said it, it's my fourth favorite movie this year, and we need more of this. And I
I
don't
agree.
have much more to say because, again, seen it in theater, and my notes were very limited. But the park action sequence was great. And people get messed up and injured. I like it. So I don't have a lot more to say. What do you have anything you'd like to share?
No, I think we talk about all we want to talk about this movie. Is this a fun movie and good entertainment? And we talk about all the character and the action in the movie. So yeah, you can continue.
I was actually done because again I don't have a lot more to say. I like that movie. I will give that movie a 10 out of 10. Masterpiece level. What about you? What would be your grade out of 10?
Man, if you want to be take seriously, you can't give 10 to that kind of movie, man. That
Yes,
not
I
make
can.
sense. No, that don't make sense because after that you can be serious about critical. And now when someone
If I
want
had no
to,
issues, I had no issues, man.
I understand that, but I not have many issue about this movie, but I not give 10 of 10 of this movie. You know, have credibility. That's a problem you have, man.
I like it.
If
I
you
like that movie.
if you
That's a
want
great
many
movie.
people,
Anytime I would rewatch.
it's okay for you, man. If you want to many people follow you, you need to be credible. You need to be have some good critical about movies. You can give 10 for this kind of movie. That doesn't make sense. Nobody give 10 to this movie. That doesn't make sense, man. I like you, man, but you need to stop to doing that. That is not good for you. It's not good for your podcast. Not good for your future and critical cinema. But yeah, for me, I would give like a little. The first one I give 8. This one is not better, but it's close. I would like to give like 7.6 of 10, maybe 7.8 of 10. Like I said, the movie are not a story. It's just a pretext to action. I can live with that. It's okay. The action is great, so it's okay. But the main villain is waste. For me, it's not a good point for the movie. It's a great when you have so a perfect villain. You don't need you can waste this villain and this movie wastes that, and you can ignore that when you see this movie. Other than that, Bob Odenkirk is funny and the role and he worked perfectly again. I love the actor and RZA and Christopher Lord was funny to follow again. And I was surprised by Colin Hanks. He played this corrupt sheriff. And Connie Nielsen has so much to do in this movie. Is a good thing. I like that. At some point, I feel this character will be more action figure, but not very in the end. But it's okay. Maybe in the future. But yeah, for me, it's like a 7.6, 7.8 of 10 for this movie. Not better than the first one, but a good entertainment. And again, I want to see a third one to complete the trilogy with more evolution in this universe. I feel the character of Hutch can be more than one we see for the two first movie. He has so mystery around this character and so much to do with this character. So I want to see that. We will see in the future. Maybe we have the third one, maybe not. But yeah, it's all for me.
As much as I'd like a third one, it's less likely. And with that being said, that was mainstream movie reviews. So Thursday, either you and I will have a tier list talk, or I will be alone doing it, covering lots of 2025 movies and franchise that are related to new release we had this year. With that being said, we are out for tonight. Thank you a lot for joining me.